Yo, what is going on? This is your boy, the Fire Ninja Dude, and I'm back at it again with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining the Overlord's backstory, pretty much another standalone character. So I'm going to be updating my standalone character playlist. This video pretty much is going to be explaining the Overlord's backstory, how he came to be, and etc. There will be some hints with him regarding his immortality, little hints of Season 16, and his whereabouts. So with that being said, please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any future Sleek videos. With that being said, let's begin with the video. So the Overlord is an evil spirit, literally the source of evil and all darkness in Ninjago. In other words, he's literally evil itself. Overlord. The meaning of Overlord is a person with great power and are likely to use it unjustly. An Overlord was someone who had power over many people. Naturally, the Overlord doesn't have a physical appearance. He's just a spirit who wields the elemental power of darkness. Without light, the darkness would crowd over everything and take over everything. But with the light, the darkness cannot overcome. That's why the Overlord naturally loses, because there will always be those who will pretty much keep the balance, who pretty much will stand in his way. The first Ninjutsu Master, as an example, was his counterpart, because everything about the first Ninjutsu Master was good. There was no evil. The order of things is that when there is light, there will be always darkness. The Overlord was pure darkness itself. There's no way for anyone to kill him since he's part of balance. You may destroy his physical body, but his spirit will always remain. The Overlord came from the shadows of the New World Ninjago. He challenged the first Ninjutsu Master for a battle for all Ninjago. The Overlord uses his darkness to create a stone army and created the Temple of Fortitude so that the powers of the first Ninjutsu Master can't withstand it. That is why the ninja wore stone armor against the Golden Master, not to be affected by the Golden Power. That's why also the ninja retreated in Season 3 inside the Temple of Fortitude, so that way the Golden Master cannot enter or destroy the Temple of Fortitude. Um, Continuing on, the battle became a stalemate, so the first Ninjutsu Master, knowing that he couldn't beat the Overlord, decided to split the Ninjago Island in half. The other side was the Dark Island, where the island sunk and the Overlord can never return. 1,000 years later, Garmadon appeared to the Dark Island, as the Overlord called him, to revive the Dark Island and to start the Celestial Clock to begin the final battle, the battle that the Overlord intended to win. The Overlord was too OP to the point where he can already sense other people around him. Pretty much sense others that are good around him. That's how he knows the ninja was on a dark island in Season 2. He can already sense their presence. Later on, for his conquest for Ninjago, he ended up betraying Garmadon and possessed him, and his body then was fully transformed into a dragon. He then was later on defeated by Lord in Season 2, where he turned into the Golden Ninja. One thing about the Overlord is that his power fits him very well. Concerning that forces of evil is useless without someone or vessel for evil to overtake it. Like, for example, the Overlord needs Garmadon so he can have a body as a dragon. Or like the Overlord needs Lord's golden powers and plus the golden weapons to become the Golden Master. And such as the Overlord needs full control over crystals to become the Crystal King. However, as the Golden Master or the Crystal King, he no longer addresses himself as the Overlord, since he now is counted as a different being. That's why Dr. Sanders slash Crux in Day Departed addressed him as two different people, since they both have different attributes. So it's like I said in like the Golden Master, all about the Golden Master video, literally I've been saying this since the very beginning. The Overlord is the Overlord. The Golden Master is the Golden Master. The Crystal King is the Crystal King. They're literally all separate they're all the same person, but they're all separate beings. Only reason why that is because like in this concept, that fits his power, because darkness is like shape-shifting shadows. It doesn't have a constant form like light. The Overlord doesn't have a constant form, rather take on different bodies, becoming a different person. So it's like it makes it more like concept, because naturally think about it. Like Oni's naturally ship shape because they hide who they really are. They don't show their actual transformation. They don't show their physical form to other people. Rather, they hide how they look like from other people to be more, well, deceiving. Looks can be deceiving. The Overlord in this case needs like probably people or weapons or pretty much items to become something. And he takes that form of something and become a whole different person. Because without those abilities, he's just the Overlord, just a speck, just a spirit. He didn't have a body. I mean, the only body he had was when he possessed Garmadon. That was it. He didn't have anything else. He said he had his own body, but his own body was actually as the Golden Master. That's pretty much the whole entire preparation of season 3 to begin with. And as the Crystal King, he literally having full control over crystals. That's ultimately, without crystals, he's just the Overlord. And the same thing when it comes to darkness. Another thing that stands out to him is that he always had bad guys to do his dirty work. That's the same thing, not even just the Overlord, but overall, just all villains overall. Darkness itself can't even do things all on its own. It literally needs other people so that way they can do the dirty work for them. I mean, this happens a lot, really. They use other people to get what they want. But literally, those people are just nothing but now side characters, realizing that the main antagonist is actually the real deal. For example, Pythor, Garmadon, Kozu, Cryptor, a used corrupt Pixel, a used corrupt Cyrus Borg. He gets people to do his bidding so he can achieve his goals. He doesn't show any respect for them. Well, besides Pythor. Such as, that's why he created Ninjaroids in the Stone Army so that they could pretty much do his dirty work. They don't really resolve anything on their own. It just naturally, only reason why they make it look like a winning appearance is because they have the quantity. They don't have good quality. The only good quality is practically himself. Everyone else is just weak. As pretty much, as the Overlord physical form was destroyed in season 2, season 3, his spirit remains as he was in the Digiverse, which shows his immortality that evil never sleeps. So ultimately, it doesn't matter if the Overlord is defeated. By time, he's just going to keep on replanning. Evil never sleeps. That's why good always have to keep on withstanding evil, because seeing that evil will just keep on coming back again and again. Like I said, the Overlord cannot be destroyed because he's like straight peace. He's like literally evil itself. Like, he cannot die. He cannot, like, nothing. I mean, you may just stop him, but, I mean, you may destroy his body, but overall, if you destroy the Golden Master, the Overlord will just come out. So you can't destroy the Overlord, but you can destroy the Golden Master. You cannot destroy the Crystal King. I mean, you could destroy the Crystal King, but you can't destroy the Overlord. Pretty much, it's the Overlord what created the Crystal King to begin with. Same thing as the Overlord is the same thing that created the Golden Master to begin with. And the same thing as the dragon, the same thing. The Overlord used Lord Garmadon to become the dragon. But without the Overlord, it'll just be Garmadon again. That's why Garmadon turned good, because Lord Garmadon was destroyed. Which, that'll be a whole video in a separate time. But overall, the Overlord is always he's pretty much serious and cunning. Although he relies more on prophesial events and historical concepts, which is his downfall. He plans more on prophecy and things of that nature. He relies more on that rather than actual, like, realizing the future. And that's the thing about a concept about the past. Naturally, you see evil always look back in the past and like reuse it naturally just repeats the past all over again. But what happens when you keep on going back to the past over and over and over again and replanning from the past, you get stuck like cement. Like, literally, they don't move forward. They always look back. Try to look at other people's failures when realizing that the ninja always improve each season. And by the future, they always improve. Which is why it makes it more, that kind of makes it the reason of why the ninja will always stand against the Overlord and why the Overlord will always fail. Because he always relies more on the past and historical events rather than just exactly like what the new generation can do. He underestimates them pretty much. Like that fight with Lloyd, say from season 2. Legitimately, if I had to say this, he said he planned his plan for thousands of years. Thousands and thousands of years. Did he not think that there'll be a loophole from that? Like, legitimately, Lloyd turned into the Golden Ninja and beat him. He doesn't really understand, like, the new generation will always improve. He just always be stuck as from the past. He's just going to keep on going back to historical events, which will end up being his downfall. And naturally, he also taunts people. Exactly. Well, naturally, he also taunts people when it comes to like their certain failures and suffers. Like how he taunted Zane about like how when he sacrificed himself. Or he pretty much taunts the ninja on their failures when it came to Ninjago Decoded. He repeats the past, but the future is always improving by the ninja, which why he cannot always win against the ninja is because he always falls through the past and try to make plans from the past, which ends up becoming a failure in the future. So there we have it. That's pretty much the concept of the Overlord. That's all about him, his own standalone. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, guys, please come like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for any future videos. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.